Joshua. It's under TUS, but I'm coming in under Joshua project. It's a faith-based project.
Okay.
I've done it for 16 weeks,
Right.
and I graduated out of it.
Brilliant.
I got my VTAC level 5 in safety in the workplace,
Brilliant.
so I got a distinction in that.
So the Joshua program. So tell me what that is.
It's
Mary.
faith-based,
Yeah.
and this will be the third year running, and it's to get people who are unemployed or in a tough place at the minute, wherever they are in life, it doesn't matter. If they're going through anything, it doesn't matter. They're there to help you through that and get you back into employment, whether it's with someone else or whether it's in the Joshua community.
Okay.
So they're very, very helpful. Even after I left it, they still have me under their wing. You know what I mean?
So is it 3 days a week?
3 days a week, yeah.
Full days.
From 10:30 to 3 o'clock.
Basically to help people who may be in a bad place mentally,
physically, emotionally, anything really. It's in a dark hole, it's unemployed, there's a lot of having issues in their lives, want to change their life for the better.
And how do you get involved in it?
I heard about it in the CDA in Cavan.
Okay.
I had a problem with addiction as well, and I was in CDA in Cavan, and I came across the leaflet, and a friend of mine who I know closely was working in CDA at the time, and I got chatting to her about it, and she told me a bit about it, but not very much because it was pretty new at the time. It was about nearly 3 years ago when I got talking to her about it, so she was just really starting into it as well. She put my name down for it. So then I just kept at her the whole time to say, well, yeah, I definitely want to come on it, and I came on it anyway. And my sister, Missy, she was in a bad place. She was in drug addiction as well, the same as me.
Mm-hmm.
So we were kind of in a very bad place, but trying to get out of it. So I asked her would she come along and have the coffee mornings, do the coffee mornings, 4 coffee mornings. So you have to do 5 before you go on it, see if you'd like it or whatever. And so the two of us were into it, and we ended up starting together, and we done the whole 16 weeks, and it was the best thing that we ever done. Since I had something to do, my drug addiction kept going down all the time.
Okay.
I was going from using drugs once a month to going completely off it as soon as I started the Joshua project. I think the reason being is because I was able to get everything out in the open there. There was nothing a secret.
Okay.
So I was able to tell everybody, and there was no judgment or anything.
It was a safe place for you to share.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you were ever in that environment?
Yeah, because I've done courses, I've done VTAC level whatever courses, and I've made friends, but I've never been able to talk to them about being a traveller or my drug addiction and stuff. So there was never anything like that. So in Joshua, it felt like just a close-knit family, to be honest.
Right.
It felt like you were talking to your family. I felt welcome from the beginning, and we all got on. It was so sad leaving everybody in the end, and it was only for 16 weeks, and I got more emotion out of that than I did in any course that I'd done in my life. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually helped you to kick free from the habit
Helped
you were in.
Yeah, and I'm free from drugs nearly 9 months now.
That's just brilliant.
Yeah.
So you were still using when you were doing the training, or using the...
When I would have been doing the coffee mornings,
Okay.
I would have been.
Okay.
I would have been doing it once a month that time.
Okay.
So I was taking myself down for already
Brilliant.
slowly.
And people were non-judgmental?
Nope, not one bit. Not one bit. And I was pleasantly surprised, because I didn't know what way people would react, but there was some people in there that was in the same situation, so they understood,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just people. There was people that was believed in fate and the different faiths, and so they believed in not to be judgmental,
Okay.
Well, the travellers that would have been there would have been only my sister and myself.
How did that feel for you?
First, I did think to myself, oh, wow, I don't know, you know what I mean, because I don't know what it'd be like but then I knew that I'd done courses before and it was fine mixing with other people. But yeah, like they were like great from the start. Like we didn't have to like, you know, say, oh, like what do you think of travellers, or we're travellers, you know what I mean? Like it was kind of eased. I just got talking to people and just, you know what I mean? They didn't even ask us, like, you know, but we kind of like eased our way into it ourselves. So we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm delighted for you.
Thanks.
I mean, what a journey you've been on.
Yeah, well, I suffered from depression and anxiety for years, and I'm on medication still.
Okay.
I'm on a low dose now, but I'm still on it, and I would eventually like to get off it. So I'm trying to keep fit. I'm trying to like do things to keep my mind like, you know, at ease and not overthinking and stuff, because I used to do that a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
But then I ended up getting up to the job in here. So I'm doing that 3 days a week now, the same days as the Joshua group. So I do cleaning and that now, and people coming now to have a chat with them, have a cup of tea, whatever.
So you're part of the team.
Yeah, so like I'm getting to know more people as well in my community, and there's much less judgmental around here now, because like growing up here, we had like a lot of you know, like people being judgmental, thinking that we're all the same. Like if one of our family would do something, then we're all the same, you know, painted with the same brush, kind of way. But we kind of proved them in the end that we're not all bad eggs, you know. You know, there might be one or two of them, but we're not all the same, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're just a credit to your community and to the community at large. Why travellers don't engage with the mental health counselling services and things like that. What do you think might be some of the issues? I
don't know. I've often thought about that myself, because I'm the kind of one where I would actually look for help. Like I'm the one I'm very like, you know, I go to the doctor when I feel sick. I'm the kind of one that's scared, so I'd want to go for the help, you know, and I don't understand sometimes why people wouldn't want to get the help, you know, that they need. Even to talk to somebody that they know, like, you know, so that's why I'm trying to like get some of my family together, especially the girls anyway, and to try to just get them to talk out, you know what I mean, about their issues, about their problems that they have and stuff, because I know a lot of them are going through a lot, but they don't say it enough, do you know what I mean? They don't go for the help that they need and all, and they need it, like. But yeah, I've done counselling myself, and I found it very good. Like, you know, being the woman that was doing it with me, we were talking one-on-one like this in this room, and yeah, it was just like I felt very at ease with her and all. Like, you know, she was very down to earth, and she was like non-judgmental as well. Like, she was very, very good. And
how many sessions did you do of that?
I was with her for close to a year.
Good.
So I was doing it once a week, and I found that helped me a lot.
Okay. Did you find, hearing your own story, you were able to kind of decipher what was going on in your life? Yeah, because I told my story before to another counsellor, but I couldn't. She said that I was a perfect candidate for counselling, but it's just that I was still on the drugs that time. I couldn't. I had to go through drug counselling. That's how I got talking to the woman in here. She was through the CDA in Cavan, and that's how I got talking to her. So, but it was the best thing I ever done. Thank God.
Because when I got talking to her, then I got in here with Joshua, and then I got my job, and then I'd meet my counsellor then afterwards, and she'd see how well I was doing, and it was brilliant. Like, I felt so good about myself. Suffered a lot with my skin. I'd acne for a long time, since I was about 12. But like the depression could be, I don't know, it could very, very young, because I just know for a fact the way I used to be, I never wanted to come out of the house. I used to be very like self-conscious all the time, and you know what I mean, very down, like ups and downs. I had like mood swings and like very, very bad mood swings. And they're only really stopping in the last few years.
Okay.
Since I've come off the drugs, I've been a lot better as well with my mental health. I think that's helped a lot coming off drugs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because your mind's at ease, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That demon that takes over your life is gone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what it is.
Done brilliantly, fair dues to you.
Thanks.
What a brilliant story. You're out the other end of it.
Yeah.
So I suppose really one of the things I suppose as a society we're trying to find out is how do we help other travellers.
Yeah.
So what do you think could be done to help other members of the community?
Open place up here. They can come up and talk, you know what I mean? We can talk about anything, whatever their issues may be, you know.
Yeah.
Just ask them one by one, like have their talks one by one in the room or wherever they feel comfortable, whoever they feel comfortable with, you know, and just kind of get out what their issues is, and then like do things together, because I know a lot of the girls are just sitting at home with their partners, like doing God knows what, doing hardly nothing. I know I've got a few cousins that used to be very, very close to me, and they hardly come up to me anymore, and you know, it's very sad, like, and like a lot of my depression as well growing up was my family departing, kind of, you know, my family and close friends departing over the years and stuff. Like they had their own, they had their own issues and family and stuff, and you kind of like, I kind of wish sometimes that they come and have a chat and all, you know what I mean? Like,
do you think since you've changed your life that in some ways they've kind of left you on the outside? Or are you still very welcome into the community?
I know, I definitely am, like, I definitely am. But I can see where people come from, like, to think that, because I've changed my ways and some of them haven't, that they can, like, think, oh, well, you think you know it all, you know, you think that, you know. But, like, I do tell them all the time, I say, look, I know what situation I'm in now, but it took a long time for me to realise what I need to do with my life, you know what I mean? And I'm still learning, like, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but all of my family, thank God, are with me 100%, you know.
Great.
So that's good, you know. Just like to get talk to a few of them though and see it, you know. I'm trying to get a few of them to do things around the community, because there's the man shed here, there's the garden, there's a few different options for the men, and then for the women, then there's rooms here they can come up, and then you can do cooking in there in the kitchen as well, you know. You can do a lot of things that I see other people doing. They can do it as well, you know, instead of sitting at home doing nothing. You know, just sitting depressed or whatever they're doing. Yeah, well, I've been going to doctors for years and years, and to be honest with you, sometimes I do feel like they think that I'm not serious enough. Do you know, I really do feel that, because like I've gone down to the doctors, I don't know how many times in the last few years. Like I was always in the doctors because I felt like I've never got the right answers from them. I felt like when I go down that they'd be saying something like there's nothing wrong with you, you know, like. And I think in a way, I don't know if I just overthink things a lot, you know. I really do overthink a lot. I've been on the medication now for a few years, and I do have talks with my doctor, like, about like coming down off my medication, and like he was actually good and with me, and I went on the patch to get off the fags as well, and he's very helpful with that as well, and you know, there's a lot of encouragement from doctors as well, like. Anything
you looked for you got. Anything you put an effort into has thankfully worked out for you, but you put your heart and soul into it.
I do have anxiety now and again, you know, I do.
And have you learned different mechanisms of coping with that?
Oh yeah, and I take like a kind of a stress remedy. If I'm feeling anxious about anything, so.
Like a herbal treatment?
Yeah, I've got it, I have it in my bag there, but it's like droplets, so you put it on your tongue or you put it into your tea, and kind of calms you down. So, so that kind of works as well.
So in terms of back to the community and how to actually encourage other people to get involved, I mean, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah, you just need to kind of like sit a few of them down and kind of break it easy, really. Don't obviously say, oh well, you need help, you know. You have to come at it easy. Think about if you were asked that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely feel like there's a lot of help to be.
If somebody wanted to take part in the Joshua program, who do they contact or how do you get involved?
Well, the centre here all the time is open.
Okay.
So, like, that's all they need to do, and we've all got contacts, so you could just ask one person and they can contact the next.
And could you train up to be a Joshua facilitator?
I'm working under Joshua now at the minute, but the way Joshua works is that you have to work in an apprentice. So if you're going to work in timekeeping, if you're going to work in doing the books, like the administration and bookkeeping, but you can bring your own ideas to the table as well. So it's kind of an open book for anyone. Like, really, if they have ideas going in there and it can work, then they'll work towards getting you that. And I'd obviously like tell people about it, because like my family and friends like know about it. Yeah. But it's brilliant. Like, it's changed my life. Like,
oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah. And when you came here, did you want to completely and utterly give up the drugs at the time?
I did.
You had made that conscious decision.
I had made that decision anyway, but I think I was just doing something, and I think the main thing for me was being able to talk to others about it in my group. So, like, where I wanted to get off drugs before, I'd done a course, and because I wasn't talking to people about it in it, I felt kind of, oh well, you know, I can't tell anybody about it. Yeah. But then when I came into Joshua, I was able to get my story across, and I felt more comfortable, and them egging you on when you're saying that you're clean and all, you know, it kind of makes you feel good. Yeah.
Did you have a support network in the evening and at the weekends through the Joshua program? Yeah,
I would have, like, if I felt like I was going, you know, I felt like I needed someone to talk to, there was always one, like there's a woman called Carol, and she was kind of my support system through Joshua. So she would bring me for coffee, and we'd have a chat about things, and so she was really, really good. Like, she was the one that I connected with more in Joshua. But any of them would, you know, in a heartbeat, like, help you if you needed to talk. You know, so they're brilliant.
Yeah. So I think really what I'm getting from the whole conversation is the fact that the place was safe.
Yeah.
It was okay to share.
Yes.
Nobody made any judgments.
Exactly.
And it was the first time you've ever been in an environment like that.
Exactly.
And it changed your life.
100%. Yeah.
And how do we get other travellers to believe that?
I know,
and encourage them to engage with something, you know, that's so powerful. You know, suicide is 6 times higher in the traveller community.
Yeah.
Quite a frightening statistic, isn't it?
It is very, very frightening. Yeah.
And it's only with the likes of yourself coming on board with the mental health teams all over Ireland that we're going to be able to make any difference.
Yeah, definitely.
It is really.
Definitely, and I really feel that it's a big need in the traveller community.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because
what we need is, you know, people that are going to be advocates within their own community.
Yes, true.
That's what we need.
So true.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know that you've made such an impact and change in your own life.
Yeah.
And that you had the strength to do it against all odds.
Yes, and my family can see where I've come from and what I went through, and to be able to come out the other end of it better off. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's what I want for my family as well. Yeah. You know, and some of them are there, then they get dragged back down again. You know.
That's right. Yeah.
It's just.
But it's about never giving up.